How you doing out there? I'm talking to you. This is John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer. Mercury in French. There's millions of Mercure websites. There's 780 Mercure hotels in 63 countries. 25 Mercure hotels just in Paris. I'm proud of my name. Are you proud of yours? Look up your ancestors. Your ancestors are watching you. And they'll help you if you let them. They're in another ether, that's true. And you say, I don't believe in that. Well, don't then. Nobody's going to twist your arm, but you don't risk anything by believing. And I'll tell you, I believe in the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia. I got a poster on my wall that shows it. I was there. The founding fathers fought like cats and dogs. We're going to get this right. We're going to get this right. The Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and they did. And people now are contesting it and saying the Constitution and the Bill of Rights are out-of-date concepts. That's ridiculous. They're anarchists. They want to steal everything. They want power. They don't care about our republic. Our republic is precious. In the last election, they were saying, oh, we got to get rid of Electoral College. Electoral College is bad. It's genius. You think it is ingenious? I'll tell you what it is. It's anti-bully. The Electoral College means we don't stand for bullies in the United States of America. That's our policy. And people say we're going to get rid of it. Quit spitting in the wind. It'll come back in your face. All right? I'll tell you why. It would take a constitutional amendment. And that's heck to get through. That's hell to get through. Let's not mince words. The Constitution, it has to be amended before we would change the Electoral College. Electoral College, I got a sonnet here in the honor of those forefathers. I adore them. They asked God to help, and God helped. Please, in God we trust, in God we trust, help us, let go, let God, and they got it right. And this should be the Constitution for the world. It should be the Bill of Rights for the world. And I'm talking to you out there, you Democrats that don't understand. Quit saying that the Constitution is bad. Stand up for the letter of the law. The law is everything. This sonnet number 1025. The Electoral College is absolute genius, because that's what it is. How did they think that far ahead? But they did. Fabulous forefathers. Washington, Jefferson, holy names. Franklin, Hamilton, Adams. These geniuses saw far ahead with true knowledge of the wisest wisdom. They'd read the books of knowledge. So have I. You have to know. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Ignorantia non lexis excusat. Even the Romans said so. Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Independence Hall of hard-won freedom. It caused a war. The Revolutionary War. Summer's awful heat. It's probably 100 degrees in there. No air conditioning. Trying to get it right. Raw emotions. Raucous debate. Arguing. Almost hitting each other. Can't do that. Divine inspiration was not forsaken. Please help us. Please help us get it right. Asking for the guidance of divine providence. God has spoken. The Constitution. It's almost like Holy Writ, the Ten Commandments. Bringing a constitutional republic into America's existence. To form a more perfect union. A more perfect union that will get more perfect as we go along. America's revolution is a beginning. It's not an ending. It's an evolution. More perfect. So eloquent was our Constitution. An eloquence, an evolution, not a conclusion. Absolute genius was the Bill of Rights, especially Amendment number 14, due process, equal protection of the law. I mean, that's Holy Writ, fruit of intellectual giants. Ignorant citizens make it obscene when they say, oh, we don't need it. It's the basis for our peace, our happiness, our prosperity. Law. They cannot even grasp and name 5 liberties Amendment number 1 guarantees. Then you have to have it. Grievance, religion. I mean, you can grieve and complain. Religion, you have freedom to believe who you want. Assemble, you can assemble where you want. Freedom of speech, to say what you want and wish you wouldn't, you filthy language, duck this, duck that. I mean, come on, man. Those people, they kiss their families with that same filthy mouth. No respect, no manners, no gentlemen, no ladies. Come on, man. You guys out there that know what I'm talking about, speak up. Freedom of speech, freedom of the press. We have to have freedom of the press. And we have to have the other side, the conservatives, the law, the freedoms of the Constitution and the amendments and the people that are in the press, they're Marxists, Alinsky Democrats, professors in college that they don't do any heavy work. They have all their assistants do the teaching. These people, they want to have all power. They want to run your life. And all those freedoms are written in stone in our Constitution. Freedoms paid for in blood and sacrifice. It's so taken for granted. And we take those freedoms for granted. Some lazy adults abuse their citizens' sacred responsibilities, always criticizing, always standing in the way, always arguing, always obstructing. The most amazing piece of legal writ ever written, ever conceived for all eternity, for humanity. Freedom's masterpiece, America's Constitution, holy liberties from God. Nitwits, idiots, they criticize the Electoral College's true genius of balance. It's balance between cities, large cities, and rural voters. Voting's numeral imbalance. I mean, here's the little guy and here's the giant. Goliath and David. Big cities and populous states would bully the rural electorate. We're listening to Chicago and Los Angeles and New York and Detroit and Chicago and Miami and Portland and Seattle and the rest of you, the hell with you, you're just little people. No. They bully the rural electorate. Bigwigs buying perjured voters. They'd buy up votes. They'd stuff the ballots. The boxes would be inviolate. The ballot box, they get in there. I mean, if they can hack into computers, watch a movie, Man of the Year, with that genius, okay? Robin Williams, I'm so sorry he's dead. But Man of the Year, he's on Time magazine. Why? Because he became president because of a computer error. I want computer ballots in paper so we can count them. A solid copy, not just hacking in crap from the blue net, the black net, the bunch of pirates on the cyberspace. Those devils ought to be in jail. I'm telling you, we got to fix this right away. The Electoral College's same principle as the Senate and the House of Representatives. All states get 2 senators, and they get at least 2 state electors. Other electors in the future are based on population. You'll get more electors, but you're going to get 2, equalizing rural imbalance. You won't be shut out. You'll have a say with the Electoral College. Popular vote allows only electors to vote for that president. Now, if it's a popular vote, it's like a high school election. It's popular. And it's tyranny by the majority. No. The republic that we have makes sure that everybody has a vote, everybody is listened to. That's what the law is for. And that Electoral College says the popular vote takes all the electoral votes for that state. It's a true balance. Victorious results represent small states as well as the big states. And people say, we don't even need to visit the big little states. Hey, they have a voice too. Alaska, Wyoming, Colorado, Arizona, we matter. Nevada, we all matter. And you think we don't? Come on, man. You got to understand the forefathers were genius, and people are criticizing because they're idiots and they criticize anything. It doesn't matter what's said. The French say, no matter how big or how small, whatever said or done, somebody's going to take a dump on it. Look at me. Don't I count? Look at what I think. Well, that's right. It's free speech. It's free speech. But I'll tell you, the righteous ought to stand up. Victorious results in Alaska, come on, with a small population, still has great overall influence. Law allowing them 2 electors and 2 senators, true brilliance. Fantastic forefathers of ours. They knew cities, big cities, would bully smaller states. Terrific wisdom, allowing less populous areas to have influence, great. More influence, good, more balance. Civic balance, equity, making equals as far as you can, giving a small state a vote. Electors equal weight. It's wonderful. And people say, come on, we're going to change it. We're going to riot. We're going to obstruct. The Antifa's going to take over. The Antifa, the anti-fascists, the ones with the masks and beating up people, I want them in jail. And I'll tell you why. It's against the law. It's against the Constitution. They don't like the damn Constitution. Maybe you ought to sit down and read it. especially the Bill of Rights, which means we have the responsibility to uphold righteousness. It's not just given. Think of all those patriots that have died and bled. You check in the internet about the veterans and their stories. You know veterans. I've known guys that were on Guadalcanal. I know a guy that was in 189 air raids, getting hit 3 times a day by the Japanese, and he lived through it. How? Today, the Indianapolis was sunk. All right? 1,000 men went into the water. 700 of them got eaten by sharks. And I have a question. They delivered the bomb to Tinian, okay? And they delivered the atomic bomb, and they were abandoned with just one cruiser. The Indianapolis was sent out there alone. No destroyer escort. There's something wrong there. And people keep covering it up. They let 700 sailors be eaten alive. And I'm pissed. And I guess there's a movie about it, but I can't stand to watch it. But I don't understand why today, in 1945, that they let those people get eaten alive by sharks. And I tell you, they have to pay. Those guys died for this country and for that Constitution and for the Bill of Rights. And you veterans, God bless you. Thank you for listening. I need your help, please. Electoral colleagues, they got to shut up about that and get doing for real problems, confronting the black net, sealing the border so we can have orderly law, okay? And jobs and getting paid for our talents and getting veterans benefits. I mean, you marched on Washington in 1932. You could have overthrown the government, but you didn't. And now's the time to speak up because the Republicans freed the slaves. And you got to understand, the Republicans want to pay you for your talents. Okay? Yeah, we want more veterans benefits and all of those things. And God bless us, everyone. Inshallah, Allah Jah, Pumand. God bless the world, and God bless you. God bless us, everyone. Du gardez-vous pour toujours. Au revoir, mes amis.